Hi Aries, welcome from your 16th to the 23rd of October. So this is going to be your week ahead messages. So if you want to book in a private, there is 6-month readings. 2024 is now available. It's been reduced again just because I wanted the brand deal again. So if you want to book in your 2024, it's an amazing reading. There's lots of different readings, but the 6-month and the 12-month for 2024, it's in the iDot. If you want to show support, there's also support. Check out the locals below. Okay, so what I'm seeing this week for yous is let's get the energy. So we got the Death card. So something is coming to its natural conclusion. It's coming to an end. Again, eclipse energy. We are on the back end of the eclipse. So I feel like on the back end of the eclipse, naturally, eclipses are very, very powerful. They're very intense and they tend to rip away from our life, especially with Libra, anything that is inauthentic. So they can recorrect our course, they can correct our path. Eclipses can be where we've been through quite an intense time, and with it being an eclipse in Libra, it could be, for example, contracts that are coming to an end. So do expect this could be where things just close out unexpectedly. This is where people ask for divorces. This is where people just leave our life, like that contract is over. You can check out your reading on the website because I've also got that reading for the eclipse, etc. It's in the iDot. What the eclipse meant for you, basically, is the reading. But the Death card is about the end and the transition, the non-negotiables, you know, and some of you as Aries need to accept this. So this is non-negotiable. It's over. The Death card, it's over. There's no going back, basically. Okay. So what are we seeing, please, for Aries this week? The World. So something is closing out, something is over, okay? For those who are reluctant to accept it, it's going to be quite a challenge because you're reluctant to accept the changes. But for those who are happy about the changes, it's a really good time. So whatever is ending in your life, Aries, just accept it. If people leave your life, like, so be it. I do think as well, like, some of you are moving into independence. So that's what's changing for yous. I feel like a contract is coming to an end. So this could be a marriage, it could be a relationship. It could be, for example, a person who's been in a relationship for a long time. And so this is now coming to an end. It can also be a divorce. It can be where you've been working in a company and now you're ready to branch out by yourself. There's powerful things coming. 10 of Pentacles. For some of yous, what's coming to an end is being alone. So some of you have been alone for quite a while and this is now coming to an end and you're ready to build with someone, you're ready to connect. I'm really loving the readings this week. I think people are starting to see how they're fucking themselves. I think people are starting to see being isolated is not the answer. Rejecting people is not the answer. Connection is what they need. Collaboration is what they need. I think a lot of people have been doing the I'm a gangster, can do it all alone type of approach. You know, I'm a single lady, independent woman, but they're starting to see now how it's just an illusion. That connection is where it's at when it's right. Collaboration is what's going to build your successes. So, yeah, this is people closing out old ideologies, false contracts, false belief systems. I also feel like for the Aries man, there's a true love coming your way here. So we've got the World with the 10 of Pentacles. This is the ultimate woman. This is the one. Okay, this is the non-negotiable woman you don't want to lose. So yeah, I feel like for some Aries women, like, this can be you, like, really, but there's something going on here, and I'm going to say this is mass mind control. So see the masks, there could also be the system talking about bringing back masks as well, because the 10 of Pentacles with the woman with the mask. But in general, I feel like the message with the 10 of Pentacles and the 8 of Swords is a lot is being done that we don't know. There's a lot of mind control. There's a lot of things that are being done to us that we don't know, for 1,000,000%. People are very fearful about what people are going to do next and how it's going to affect their life. But like I said to one of the other signs, our predecessors knew the tiger was coming. They knew the bear was coming. They knew the threat was coming. Our predecessors didn't sit there going, fearing it. They prepared for it. And that's your job now. You can either sit there in fear or you can prepare. Everybody's going to be affected by this. Everybody's going to be deeply, deeply fucked by this system and what's coming. Your job now is either you can sit there waiting for the lion to get to the door, or you can prepare for when he gets here. But the lion's coming to the door. Do you understand? I hope you do. And for those who think I'm a joke, oh, don't worry about it. If you get ate by the lion, I don't give a fuck. You know, listen, do you, okay? I've tried, and I'm out, okay? But seriously, the smart people are kind of, they can sense it for themselves. It's not about some tarot reader on fucking the internet telling you, it's like, you just can sense it. You're like, yeah, shit's unstable. You can sense it, right? And so I understand naturally you feel fear, right? You're like, how do I handle this situation? How do I navigate this situation? Well, what you do is, firstly, you don't put the mask on. You don't deceive yourself. You accept that the lion is coming, the wolves are coming, shit's going to go down. And you start preparing. And that's it. Okay, so the Ace of Swords. Okay, so this is you stepping into the higher self. This is execution. I'm also seeing a new contract here, a new business contract. So this could be a new contract that's coming your way. Because the Ace of Swords would be signing a lease on an apartment or a lease on a house, or it could be basically a person who's stepping into a whole new cycle of abundance, etc. King of Pentacles. Some years there's a commitment coming, okay? But that's only for the Aries who are really, really in the Empress energy. They're in a Venus energy, they're in an abundance energy, they're in a powerful energy. For the Aries who are kind of in the Eight of Swords, they're refusing to accept, I think someone else was chosen over you. So that's another message here. I feel like some of you are dealing with somebody who's chose someone else, and this is something that you're going to have to accept. Now's not the time to try to redeem your losses. Now's the time to accept that, you know, maybe someone else chose someone else over you. Maybe something is over for good. I often feel like as well, when we're in deep conflict, it means we need to end something. So when a person gets into the Eight of Swords, it's because something is truly over, but they're refusing to accept what is over. Or they're in denial about something. So they could be in a connection that's false. It could be someone who's got multiple options. It could be someone who's really bad for our mind and our body. And we refuse to execute. We refuse to close it out. So it causes us a great deal of distress and conflict. Some of you might be married to someone who you need to put an end to it because you're starting to feel trapped. That's the message for Aries. Be careful with entrapment. Okay. The Five of Cups. No crying over spilt milk. What's gone is gone. It's done. For some of you Aries women, I think you're being used by a masculine, and this masculine is basically still crying over an ex. I feel like this could be someone who's just using women for the body. Like, this person is not invested in you. They're not, you know. You're both looking in opposite directions. You both want different stuff. Okay, so you're gonna have to be courageous. Now's not a time to be reactive or aggressive. I feel like now's a time to be strong, courageous, fearless. Step into this new timeline. That's what I'm getting for you. You're stepping into a new timeline, and I think for some of you, you naturally feel fear, and I get that. But again, you need to lead by faith, not by fear. And the reason you feel fear is because you haven't got a blueprint for what's coming, this new job, this new direction. Some of you are going from single to a commitment. But again, if you face your fears, if you're courageous, if you stand in your power, soon you will have, right? Think about your first day at school. Think about when you first started your first job. You were scared shitless, right? On the second day. Then you went there for a couple of weeks and it was like you was never there. It's going to be okay, right? Yeah, shit, we're all being tested, right? Like, but I do think some of you need to really protect your mind. You need to protect your body. You need to look after, be careful, because again, like I said, I do think there's a lot of frequency work, and especially on the internet. If you're spending a lot of time on these technologies, you don't know what they're doing, and that's why you might be feeling a lot of fear, a lot of really checked out, a lot of anger, because you don't know what they're doing. The Tower? The electromagnetic frequency. Okay, this is controlling the behaviour of the masses, you know, and everyone sits there going, oh, she's such a conspiracy theory, the government loves us. Oh fuck yeah, they just love you with a passion. Wake up, stop being a donkey, okay? Like, I like donkeys, but that's not the point. Just stop being a donkey, okay? Seriously though, I feel like the message here is like, you know, fate is really taking things out here. This is also the age of Aquarius, where things that are not in alignment with the higher plan are being destroyed. and so some of our lives are being destroyed because fate does not support the paths that we're on. I feel like the collective have got a lot of karma for choices that we've made as well. Cause and effect. Eclipse is in Libra. So some of you right now, you're sitting in the effect of what you've caused, of choices you've made, and this is the outcome, right? But some of you's fate does not support something. This is the wheel of fate. And see the hand of God that is tipping these two people. So some of you, it's time to close something out that's destructive. It's not good for you. Some of you, the Mars energy is you. So this is a person who's been living in trauma and reaction and anger and fear and all of these emotions. This is you going into a much calmer place in your life. Okay, Knight of Swords. This is also you refusing to be engaging with people who basically are angry, traumatized, aggressive, reactive. Like some Aries now, they just want to be in a good space in their life. Okay? Some years it's going to take courage to like move to a new direction in your life. It's going to take strength to cut someone out of your life, because some of you really, really love this person, but again, it's a lesson. Some of you, it's two people who bonded, it's two inner child, so it's two people who've come together, could be twin flames. You can check out the website for the love reading, but yeah, some of you might be dealing with someone who brings out the inner child, but they're just not good for your stability. Some of you, I think you're dealing with a connection that's meant to bring you to your power, but it's not meant to be your happy ever after. So it's more just someone who came into your life as a lesson and to learn and to grow and to transcend. But it's not going to grow into a solid relationship. So I think for Aries, it's really about choosing what you want. Do you want to be in the Empress? Do you want to be clear, happy, abundant? Like, there's a lot of good coming up here. You know? I feel like this is you choosing to heal. You're looking after your body. You're connecting to your higher self. You're making decisions from your higher self. For the Aries man, you might have a choice between two women. But I do think the Aries man needs to be careful. You've also got multiple women coming up here. For some Aries women, you're dealing with a man who's got multiple women. It could be an Aquarius, I heard, a Cancer. Like, this is where you're refusing, like, you're putting the blindfold on and you're refusing to see the truth. Like, this person is unhinged, they're messed up, right? They're just doing things, they're not thinking about how they're affecting your life and these other women's lives. Like, these people, it's a primal, it's physical, right? This is like a WYD, it's someone who just hits you up, it's not someone who's truly committed to you, right? So it can also be for Aries a choice between the higher self and the lower self, being in these connections that are kind of baseless, or being highly connected to a person on a solid level. This can be choosing a matrix job or choosing a true divine mission, building something truly, truly powerful that's connected to your true mission and to humanity. This could be someone who wants to be an entrepreneur as well. Okay, the final outcome though is this can be a really good week if you're willing to put in the work, because the Fool with the Three of Pentacles, but the Fool person can also be someone who's kind of aimless. Or it can be a person who's committed to people who are aimless. So in other words, people who just don't want no baggage, they don't want to be committed, they don't want to build anything. Maybe you don't. So it's time to be honest with people and tell them that you don't want a future with them. Maybe this is you. Maybe you've got multiple people who want to be with you. Maybe you've got offers of contracts, but you don't want to take them because you want to do freelance work. You want to be free. So this is being honest about what you want. But some of you, I think you need to stop committing yourself to people who are like this if what you're looking for is to build a life with someone and security and stability. Some of you might be going from working for yourself to working for a company, and this offers a solid salary, solid money. I feel like someone needs to stop hanging themselves out to dry though. Someone needs to stop making sacrifices, and it's in a love connection. If people are cutting you out, it's because they're tired of waiting on you. So this will be a person who's tired of waiting on this person. I also get someone who chooses someone else. So it could be as an Aries, you choose someone else, and some people aren't happy about that because you've rejected them. It could be as an Aries woman or an Aries man, you're going to have to accept that a person has chosen someone else. Okay? This can also be where an offer of a promotion is given to somebody else, not you. You need to cut your losses. Like, don't see what has rejected you as it rejecting you. See it as you being protected. So God is not giving you something because it's not yours. That person is not yours. That's what I'm getting with Aries. Like, Aries is like obsessing over something, holding on to something, the feeling rejected, the feeling, but it's just, that's not what's happening here. It's just not yours. The Magician reversed. This person, this connection, it's not yours. It's not your highest potential. Like this job, it's not yours. There is no competition. When you come to your power as a vessel, you realise that if it's being rejected, it's because you're being protected. Fate does not support it. Whereas a lot of people are trauma bonding or causing themselves a lot of grief because they keep pursuing what's not theirs. You can't have any, the lies that the society has sold you is you can have anything you want. You can be whatever you want. It's a lie. You can't. You can have whoever you want. You can't. It's a lie. You've came here with a blueprint. That's what the eclipse in Libra is about. And in that blueprint, everything that's meant to be yours is perfect. God has made it perfect. A lot of humans are standing in their own way because they're in the ego, they're in the shadow self, they're trying to fight for what's not theirs, they're competing, they're lowering themselves, they're dropping the standards, they're in a fear response. Okay? So I feel like you need to get out your own way, right? And, basically stop fighting for what's not yours. Stand in your power, get your mind right, get yourself right. Because if you do, new opportunities are coming your way. The devil's baiting you. He's playing you. Some of you are convinced that this person is like your soulmate, your true divine counterpart. You're convinced, but the devil's playing you. Okay? Remember, the devil is always going to do things that destroy you from the inside out. They trigger you, they put you in the Eight of Swords. Whereas the divine, it's going to be easy, it's going to be natural, it's going to be peaceful, it's going to be totally different. So for some Aries, you are your own problem. The devil just threw itself reversed. Don't be looking back at the past, right? It's time to move forward. There's a Queen of Swords here as well, so this could be going to a tarot reader, this could be going to a counsellor. I feel like this is going to someone who tells you the honest truth. This is someone who helps you to come to your power. They help you to change your life, basically, to let go of things that are not meant for you. Some of you might need to speak to a counsellor, a healer, a psychologist, a tarot reader. You need to speak to someone because this person is really going to help you to reconnect with yourself and make the right choices. But some of you, I'm telling you, like, you're in your ego here and you're refusing to concede defeat and you're refusing to let go, and you're just going to miss opportunities, you're going to cause yourself more misery. Let go and let God. That's what I'm getting. The matrix mind is taking over you, your fears are taking over you, other people are intruding or influencing you. You need to trust yourself. Some of you are not in a good space this week. That's what I'm getting. You're second guessing yourself. Your energy is kind of conflicted. It's defensive, it's clinging, or it's too closed off. I think you need to get right in you. You need to question your choices. You need to be honest with yourself. You need to take the blindfold off. You need to see yourself and your choices and be honest with yourself. Okay? I do think there's a deep love connection coming in for some of you though. But that's going to be for the Aries who are in the Empress energy. If you're in a very, very powerful or even a Queen of Wands energy. Okay? This might be an ex who's in the background who's causing problems. But again, you don't need to fight with this person. You just need to focus on your love, focus on your connection, stay secure. Don't worry about people in the background who are piping and talking shit, right? So what? It could also be that they've been rejected and you've been chosen. This can be like a person on a job, or it can be your person's ex, and so they're not happy, but that's not your problem. We're all rejected in life. That is life. Life is every day we get up and we're accepted by people and rejected by people. That's life, right? Things end all the time, right? That's just life. And some people are just bitter. They can't accept rejection, and it just undoes them, and it makes them like darker and bitter. Like so if you've been rejected, to just accept it for the sake of yourself, your well-being, your future. Because by getting out your own way, there's something better coming. It could also be that someone around you is being rejected and they're mad about it, and that's just not your problem. Maybe you rejected them. and they're not happy about it, right? Maybe it's people around you who don't like you and they're jealous or they just don't like you. I think Aries needs to focus on what matters this week, the bigger picture, instead of ego battles, lower self, people who are in ego or lower self, like just reject them, like you've got better things to do. You know, this is about staying guarded with the right people as well. So in other words, not allowing certain people in because you just know they can't be trusted. Like they're people who you need to stay away from. I feel like these people could be dangerous to your mind, that they could even be dangerous to your physical safety. So just be aware of that. Okay, if you want to book a reading, the 2024 is now available. There's 6-month readings. You can join the locals. You can show support. Have a great week, and I'll speak to you soon.